You're hired. 3 tips to remember when responding to the tell me about yourself question in a job interview. Tip 1, remain focused on your ability to do the job, your experience, and your qualifications. Often an interviewer's very first question will be some version of the often dreaded tell me about yourself question. When responding to this question, it is critical to remain focused on your ability to do the job, your experience, and your qualifications. Do not make the mistake of viewing this question as a chance to walk the interviewer through your entire personal life story. Have you ever had a job interview where you thought you had developed a great bond and rapport with the interviewer, but your candidacy did not advance and no offer was extended? Well, that could be because while you connected in terms of personality and personal experiences, the interviewer was not convinced that your skills and experience made you the best candidate. Therefore, while it is okay to share a sentence or two about your personal hobbies or interests outside of work, which could give the interviewer some sense of your personality, ultimately, it is your ability to do the job that will get you the offer. That takes us to tip number 2 to remember when responding to the tell me about yourself question in a job interview. Remember that there are more questions to come. Again, when asked, the tell me about yourself question is typically the first question in an interview. So do not feel the pressure to discuss all of your relevant skills and experience in response to this one question. Rather, respond by providing a framework for the talking points that you will discuss during the rest of the interview. Now, hopefully you have watched my prior video on turning your job interview into an offer. If so, you will recall that I spoke about the importance of preparing interview talking points ahead of your interview. Your interview talking points will include examples of your relevant skills and experience. These are the aspects of your experience that align with what the employer is looking for. So for the tell me about yourself question, your response should include a framework of your interview talking points and provide an overview of your relevant work experience, education, and training, as well as a few examples of your professional achievements. Examples of professional achievements would be something like exceeding targets or other positive outcomes in other roles you've held, being selected for an award or publication, or earning a promotion. For the interviewer, your response to the tell me about yourself question will be something of a preview of what is to come, and it may steer the direction of subsequent questions. If, however, at some point during your response you think to yourself, is my response too long? The answer is likely yes. Wrap it up and give the interviewer time to move on to the next question. But remember to fully flesh out your talking points in your responses to the subsequent questions. Now, that takes us to the third and final tip to remember when responding to the tell me about yourself question in a job interview. Clearly express your enthusiasm for the position. Your response to the question will allow you to set a tone at the very beginning of the interview. So it is important to make it crystal clear to the interviewer that you are enthusiastic about the position. For example, this could include explaining why you believe the role and/or the work of the organization is important to you personally, or to the community, the industry, the marketplace, or even any state, federal, or global impact related to the work. In order to show your enthusiasm, you will need to take some time to research the company, firm, group, or organization, their mission, and their accomplishments. Also, in addition to reviewing the posting closely, you should seek out opportunities to do informational interviews with individuals who can share information with you about the role and the organization. Having this type of background information will allow you to effectively explain why you are enthusiastic about this particular opportunity. So to recap, today we covered 3 tips to remember when answering the tell me about yourself question in a job interview. Tip 1, remain focused on your ability to do the job, your experience, and your qualifications. Tip 2, provide a framework of your talking points and remember that there are more questions to come. And tip 3, clearly express your enthusiasm for the position. Please remember to like, follow, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video.